Could you use a quick tip daily? How about a tip that can impact your day? My name is Raphael. Join me as I bring you tips by experts around the world. These experts have shared their knowledge and wisdom with me and will directly share them with you. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, and comment, and I would love for you to become part of the New Tip Daily community. Good morning. Happy Thursday. It is Meditation Thursdays, but today I want to talk to you about stretching. Oh, yeah. That feels so good. When you pull across, you stretch your upper body, your midsection, your lower body, pulling on your neck, stretching your neck, right? That's all physical. And why is that important for us? I got to tell you, stretching is a critical part of staying young. That's it. You got to stay young. And in order to do that, you have to stretch, you have to move. It's like, you know what they say about a well-oiled machine? It works. It constantly works. Let me ask you a question. Why do we need to change the oil in our cars? I'm not talking about electric cars. I'm talking about regular gas cars. Why do we need to change the oil? Why, even in electric cars, there's grease, there's things to keep it moving. So stretching is your grease or your oil, if you will, in order to keep all the body parts functioning well. So stretching to me, every day I need to stretch. I stress that to my clients, and it doesn't matter if you're a martial arts client of mine, a client that I'm doing woodworking for, somebody who I go and I help with their business, somebody who I help in their personal life. If I'm trying to help somebody grow, they can't grow without stretching. So, if I go see somebody and they want to improve their relationships, or they want to improve their eating habits, or they want to improve any aspect of that, they want to improve their business, they need to figure out, how can I communicate better with my employees so they work better for me? I need to communicate better with my clients so they buy more from me. So there's a different kind of stretching. And metaphorically, we need to stretch our mind. We need to stretch the way we think. We need to stretch our communication skills. Can you remember the first time you actually tied your own shoes? I hope you do that today. A lot of people, it's becoming a lost skill. I see 8, 9-year-old kids whose parents, if they get lace up sneakers, their parents have to tie it for them. I'm like, what? At that age? And it's because we have all these slip-ons, Velcro-ons, all these different things, and we're forgetting the basics. Tying a knot has so much symbolism, but it can also save your life. Ask any Boy Scout, ask any Marine, ask anybody who's been out camping. Knots are incredible. And even a rope has to give some stretch, otherwise it's going to snap. So all things in life need flexibility. So you need to be flexible with your communication skills. You need to be flexible with your attitude. You need to be flexible with your forgiveness. There's so much in stretching that we need to do every single day of our lives. And why? Well, I just told you a bunch of different things. If I want to have a better relationship, And I am not flexible when my partner suggests something because maybe I don't like it. I don't care for it. It's not for me. But if I'm always doing that, what am I doing? You know what I'm doing? In that communication of saying, "Oh, that's not for me. That's I'm okay. No, I'm not going to do it." No, there is no flexibility, and what that's telling the person is that their ideas are no good. That you don't value them enough to even consider it. So you need to be flexible to consider. Could consider it. I mean, hey, listen, you may have a terrible time doing it, but at least you did it. And then you can say, hey, but don't throw it in their face. That's a bad mistake. I would never suggest that. So, what I do suggest is be open to new adventures, be open to new things, be open to possibilities, be open to what your partner may want to try. Maybe they want to try a new restaurant. You're like, oh, I don't like that kind of food. So what? So what? I'm sure they have water. Drink water and maybe order something, explore, and just make sure you're not allergic to it, but explore. And you know what? Here's the worst thing. You don't have to eat it, but you can order it and order something from the menu that you think you may like. And if it comes, don't complain about it because you're only proving, and by doing that, you're proving you're right. You're proving you're right. How's that help them? I and one of the things is like, you know what? Um, I tried it, but it's not for me, but I'm so happy to be here spending time and you look like you're enjoying it. So that's great. Um, I'm gonna taste it. Maybe I can taste yours. And don't make these crazy faces like it's gross. No, let's have some fun with it and just explore. You never know. You might go, oh my gosh, that's way better than I expected it. Not bad, or that's okay, but I'm glad I tried it. Just say that. Listen, even if you hated it, say, "I- it wasn't to my liking, but I'm so glad I tried it. Thank you for letting me have this experience with you." Now, that doesn't mean going forward, you have to always go to that restaurant and you go, hey, you know what? If you don't mind, maybe on the way home we can pick something up for me, or when I get home, I'm going to make myself something. Don't allow your non-flexibility to hurt your relationship. When you are in a relationship and there's love involved, some people are in a relationship because it's convenient. That's a bad relationship. But let's talk about love. If you're in a relationship and there's love, then you should never jump down somebody's throat because they suggested something. Ask them, why do you suggest it? Why do you think we should do that? Or why do you want to do that? And have that flexibility to understand. So, with that in mind, today is all about stretching. Stretch the possibilities. If, listen, I like drinking coffee and I'm going to offer you some. But if you go, "Ah, I don't drink coffee. Ugh, ah, how do you make me feel like what I'm doing?" I'm going to go, oh, I'm going to be on the defensive. And I'm going to remember that every time I'm drinking coffee, I'm going to think, oh, they think I'm drinking crap. Darn, that's not cool. That's not cool. So if I offered you coffee, you can say, "Oh, I've never had coffee, but I'm willing to try a taste. Let me just taste it. I don't have the whole cup. Can I have a little bit just to taste it?" And you may go, oh, that's interesting. It's still not for me, but thank you. That's communication. That's stretching and allowing the other person not to feel bad because they do it. Don't put your fears or your anger out in the world. Better yet, put your encouragement out. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean that they shouldn't do it. Now, if somebody smokes, if somebody does something harmful, if somebody is shooting drugs or smoking crack or something of that nature, yeah, they're gonna go, here, try it. I'm not gonna say, yeah, let me try it. See what I think of it. No, that's something different. That's something that's gonna be harmful to me. If somebody says, hey, jump off this cliff, and when you get, to a certain thing, pull a parachute. If that's not for you, then you go, hey, you know what? I am so thrilled to watch you do it, but that's not something I'm willing to try. And that's a fear. That's okay. That's okay to have that one. And maybe you don't want to bungee jump, or you don't want to fly out of a helicopter, or there's certain things that if you feel like your life is in danger, I would not say, yeah, sure, let me try it. No, that's the time when you say, hey, you know what? That's truly not for me. And I don't want to put myself in that situation. That's that's what I call stretching with a limit. I love you. I want to be with you, but I actually don't want to be with you when you're doing drugs. And I actually don't want you coming to my house high. So if we're going to have a relationship, that's a communication. We need to communicate. If we're going to have a relationship, those are the two things I don't want. I don't want to be near you when you're high or when you're doing drugs. And I don't want you coming to my home, and especially carrying any on you. I don't care if they legalize it. I don't want it in my home. So, thank you. Let's take a look and this is why communication to me is so important. Take a look. I have a master class on communication coming up April 5th. I hope you join me. Take a look.
Welcome to Speaking Prowess, where we believe in the power of communication to transform lives. If you're ready to take your communication skills to the next level, then mark your calendars for April 5th, because we've got something special for you. We have a lineup of some of the most influential communication experts in the industry. These are the voices that will guide you on a journey to enhance your ability to connect, influence, and succeed. At Speaking Prowess, our mission is clear: to empower you through effective communication. We know that mastering the art of communication isn't just about what you say. It's about how you say it and the impact it has on every aspect of your life. So take action now. Join us on April 5th and unlock your full speaking potential. Reserve your spot today and get ready to embark on a journey towards personal and professional growth. See you at the masterclass on April 5th.
So I suggest stretch every day. And for your body, you need to stretch. For your mind, you need to stretch. You need to be flexible. Flexible with your body, flexible with your mind, and even sometimes flexible with your heart. Yeah, we need that. Why do we need to be flexible with our heart? Well, because, somebody may hurt us, and sometimes we need to learn to forgive. And, but don't over forgive when people are not understanding that they're going to continue to hurt you. That's when we need to step away. So thank you again for joining me today. And my biggest thing for you, I'm going to recommend, the biggest tip I can tell you is stretch. You don't have to listen. I know a person who goes, I'm stretched for 2 hours and now I'm achy. No, take 5 minutes, take 2 minutes while you're sitting in your chair. Just pull across, right? Take your elbow, grab it, pull, try to touch it as much as your back as you can, and then do the other one. And here's a little stretch that you can do. As you pull back, don't bring your head forward. Push your head back, because now that's stretching a little bit more on your shoulders. So pull back, put your head back, look up at the ceiling. That's going to make a bigger stretch. Take your arm, bring it across. Bend down without bending your legs. and try to touch your toes. And it's okay if you can only touch your knees, but do it every day eventually. I want you to come back and tell me if you can't touch your toes today, if you did it every day, count to 30 in your head. Reach down, reach for your toes, just drop down, let gravity pull you. In 30 days, I want you to tell me what the difference would be. Once again, thank you guys for being here. I truly appreciate you. Can't wait to see you next time. By the way, I have June Edward coming on in about 15 minutes on, guess what? Coaching call. I look forward to seeing you then. Take care, and I'll see you next time.